Okay, good morning PBL. Today I'm going to show you the painting part of your mind map. So everyone's going to have a cup of water. You will have one of these trays that have a lid on them. These trays need to be shared with one person, so 2 people per tray. You are going to get one of these little mixing trays as well, and a few different size brushes. Now I'm picking a pointy brush and a thicker, flatter brush and a flat brush, because if you're painting a thin, skinny line, you want to use a thin brush. If you're doing a wider shape, you want to go for a bigger brush. The size of your brush depends on the area that you are painting. Now these brushes are kind of hard. You can tell they're like bouncy, stiffer. They're not like watercolor brushes that are really soft and feel like human hair. Those are meant for only watercolors. These brushes are meant for acrylic paint, which is what you are doing. Now when I say acrylic paint, I mean paint that is permanent. So you do want to be careful with your clothes, with the table. Realize that this paint does stain. So on the tray, you're going to get an array of colors. One squeeze, that's all you need from the pumps I have on my shelf. I will have all these pre-pumped for you and filled, but if you do need to add more color into your tray, all you need to do is add one pump. These colors have to stay clean. These are meant to be our pure colors. You're going to grab from here with your brush. The goal is to grab this paint, and if you want to mix it, you're going to grab it and put it in here to mix your color. So for example, I'm going to take a dark light blue teal color, and I'm going to add it into my little mixing tray. And I'm going to then the trick to keep these colors clean is you have to clean the brush. You cannot take this teal color on your brush and go add it into the blue. You're going to dirty the blue. So the trick to doing this, you take your cup of water and you take the brush and you go all the way to the bottom. See how I move it at the bottom? And you notice the paint is coming off of the bristles? You have to make sure it's super clean. You can always keep a sponge at your desk to wipe your brush off and make sure it is clean. Just use sponges. It's better that we're a little bit more green. We're not wasting paper. And now my brush is clean. You definitely always want to go to the bottom of your cup, so that way it moves all the paint off the bristles. So I'm going to grab a little bit of blue. Now any color that's darker, you don't need that much because it is very strong. So I grab my blue, and in my mixing tray, I mix these 2 colors together. This paint is kind of thick because it's been sitting in this tray for a little bit. So if you want, you just grab some water and mix it into it to kind of help creamy it up and make it a little bit more fluid. So I've decided to mix this color blue to paint in my water shapes. Because my water shape is larger, I can use a bigger brush. And I'm going to go up to, I'm going to zoom in for you, up to the shape, and I'm going to line my edge of the brush with the edge of the line that I want to paint. And I line it up, and I'm focusing on this edge right here. Notice what's happening is the paint is running out. That's okay. You can either flip it around because your other side has paint on it, fill it in, and all I'm doing is focusing on that edge of my brush, painting against the edge of that line. And now I'm going to go grab more paint, and I'm going to line it up back with my edge of the water, and I'm going to go around the whole thing first and paint my edges. That's what you want to focus on first. The inside can happen after. If you want, you can always just grab a little water and it'll help it flow better. But you see it'll bleed because this wood is not primed or anything. And that might be okay. It might be something you like. Go with the flow. There's no perfection in art, it's just craftsmanship. So it's just doing it as best as you can, Stay inside your lines because we are drawing lines with intention. We want our lines to be there, our shapes. Grab more paint, and I'm going to focus now on the other edge. And I'm going to come around over here. And I'm filling in this in. This is actually quite satisfying. I'm going to bring it around. I'm going to add a little water to help move my paint around. I didn't outline mine with Sharpie. I probably will. I jumped ahead of here just to show you guys this morning while I have planning. And I'm going to trace my shape. Okay, so today's goal is to get some shapes in with color. And you can see here it's kind of not done. I'm going to go back in over here and outline this shape. And I got to continue filling in my shape of water. I actually like that blue. So the trick about color is to mix your own colors. My painting teacher in high school always said, never use colors straight out of the tube. Try to mix your colors to make them your own with the one that's like in the same family. So if you have dark blue and you want to paint like a dark blue color, maybe add a tiny tinge of another color blue or a tiny tinge of black or white or even orange, which is this opposite, which will make it more neutral. I'm going to do a little quick lesson, or we'll watch a video about color theory to kind of help you guys understand more about colors, but for now let's just try to like at least get our basic outlines painted in so that we can start layering up with other materials. If you have any questions, I'm walking around. I'm here to help. Thank you.